Hey everybody, welcome to ULT. This is my trade report for April the 17th, going over gold futures in the morning session, identifying the trades that I took, identifying the trades that met my criteria, and taking a look to see if I took the trades that met my criteria. So before we get into the charts, if you could take a moment to subscribe, we sure appreciate it. Also, Apex is having an 80% off sale right now. So if you jump on Apex, grab an account over there, or 2 or 5 or 10, load up while the deal is going on. Use code ULT for the best discount there. All right, let's get into the charts. So this was gold this morning. We came into the market really flat. And whenever the market is flat like this, just consolidating inside the open range, it's just not good. I mean, you can kind of squint and say, was there a pivot low? Was there a pullback? But there really wasn't even that. We never get 3 candles of space. We never get, really good confirmation. All the lines are kind of squished together, which is not a trend, right? That's a ranging market. And this strategy is not meant for ranging markets. It's got to be trending. This is kind of a momentum style approach that I have. So the first trade opportunity doesn't come here until we first poke out of the bottom of the open range here at about 9:20, 9:30, and we pull back in. We create a low. We have 3 candles of space. We pull into the green line and immediate rejection. So really nice, clean opportunity there. From there, price bounces around. We come up, we come down. This run of price, and gold does this a lot, where it picks a direction and you don't get enough of a pullback into the green line to meet the criteria on the 1-minute chart. So what you can do is jump over to the 30-second chart, which follows really the same rule. So anytime, back to the 1-minute chart, anytime I see this happen here, and then we get another drop, as soon as we start to get this pullback, if it looks like we're not quite coming back to the green line, I'll jump over to the 30-second chart, and usually there's a nice entry, and we get a nice entry here off the 30-second chart. I didn't mark it down on the chart because, I'm primarily trading the 1-minute, but I just wanted to point that out, that on this rundown, even though the 1-minute chart doesn't get those entries, you really get some nice ones off the 30-second chart. So anytime there's a strong trend in gold, the 30-second chart can be your friend. So we come down here, we create a low, price pushes up, but we break above the line and we just kind of consolidate here. I'm going to call this a valid entry on the green line because up here we had a full candle close above the green line, which is a reset of that line. So price left it, came back to it, we crossed down below, we create a recent low. It's lower than this low, so that's enough of a recent low. Again, we're looking for momentum. We're looking for a little push, a little pull, and then a push. Clearly the trend is downward right here. And so, this one happened to go a really long way. And here we get another pullback that doesn't quite get to the gold line. I'm not sure what that looks like on the 30-second chart. It looks like that's over here. This does come back to the green line on the 30-second chart. It's not a smooth pullback, but just kind of interesting to note that. So that's a winner. This one here, I marked this because technically it does follow the rules. Technically we have a push lower. Technically we have the space. Technically this is a smooth pullback all the way up to underneath this candle and this candle. But if you took a break of this, depending on where you had your stop loss at, you would have got stopped out before it ended up rolling over. So, this is more of a C-type setup because you have this immediate rebalance. I'm going to call this an immediate rebalance. What I mean by that is price pushes down, it pulls up a little bit, it pushes down, and then it creates this little gap in here, right? We'd call this little fair value gap, a gap in price between this candle's low and this candle's high. So it's a 1, 2, 3. First candle's low, second candle displaces lower. And then the third candle high doesn't come all the way up to that first candle low, so that leaves a gap. The next candle breaks through that immediately, so that's an immediate rebalance of price. And that's not something we want to see. Essentially, that's a little bit of a turnaround signal, potentially. It doesn't happen all the time, and so I don't have it as a rule, but that's something to be on the lookout for. That makes this more of a C-type trade, you know, if we were to rate it ABC. And like I say, obviously it does roll over. So if you had your stop loss far enough back, you'd be fine. But, you know, it's lower probability. And then that's the end of the day. And so that's, you know, that was it today. It was kind of a long, choppy day. Not a lot to do. Let's go ahead and pop up my, let's see, data series. I'll put on my execution so we can take a look at those. I just do the markers. Otherwise it shows all the copied accounts and it goes crazy. So this is how I traded. And, like I said in the beginning, this is a continuation of yesterday, just not good execution. I mean, there's not an excuse here. So what I did, and I'm just telling you what I saw. We had this high and we had this kind of strong pullback. This is in the opening 15 minutes, which again is risky, right? I think every time I take a trade in here, it ends up losing. It pulls back to the green line. I look at this and I say, hey, this is nice. This is, I mean, other than this little bump, which coming off this impulsive move up, I don't look at as quite as big a deal. It's really a pretty smooth pullback. So I get in right away at the break of this candle and immediately, basically it pulls back and stops me out. After the fact, I look back at this and I say, you know what? What is this? Broken pivot, invalid trade. This was not a valid trade, should not have been taken. So it wasn't even one that fit the criteria and just didn't work. It did not fit the criteria. I took it anyway and I paid the price. I am proud of myself for sitting all this nonsense out though. I did miss this trade. I don't remember why. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. And then this whole rundown, I was a little gun shy after getting stopped out here. I'm already way down in drawdown. I think I lost $320 or something on this. You can watch my video from yesterday. I'll post that up here. I'll link to that, where I just had a disastrous day yesterday. So I don't have a lot of room in those accounts. So I was a little gun shy because I knew the next trade basically had to be a winner. This happens here. This was my next trade. So this was, again, it was a bad trade. Even though it worked, just not great. I think, I don't even remember what I get. Did this get a full 10 ticks? I think it did. Yeah, this got me 10 ticks. So I took a little scalp here. I got in late. I don't remember if I got in off of the 30-second. I might have got in off the 30-second chart on this one. So a little bit there. And then I got another little bit here. So starting to, make back what I lost in that first trade, a few ticks at a time. And then I took this C trade here and took a full loss. And that was pretty much it. That was the end of the accounts. There was a little bit left. I tried to make that up in NQ and, that usually doesn't go well. So here's where the day ended. Net. Let me squish this up. All right. So pull this over here. So net down basically $5,500, 10 PA accounts gone. So that's what happens. Now, the good news is, I did get, I actually got 6 new accounts passed today. I passed 5 of those in one trade. I posted a video about that and how I did that, and I'll post a link up here to that video if you're interested to see how I pass accounts. For me, passing accounts isn't so much the problem anymore, but consistently trading PA accounts is the phase that we're working on. So anyway, that was the day. That was how the strategy performed. So again, I'm very happy with this strategy. I mean, the strategy works. The criteria work. The trick is to be patient through all the noise, to understand when the criteria are not in your favor and just wait for the next setup, because the good setups do come. I mean, they come. You got to be quick. You got to grab them. Well, that wasn't a good one, but all these, with the exception of this one, and this one. So 2 good trades. Even if this lost, you still would have been break even for the day, which is better than I end most days. So that's it. Hope you all had a great day. Hope you were able to trade safe. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.